Hi and welcome back. We're obviously on the allotment, you can see from our previous videos. We're going to put raised beds on the allotment, and this is a solution that we've found. Now, Verve is a B&Q brand, so it's been bought from D&JHowTo. They call these sort of kitchen garden, large raised bed, grow bed.
There are smaller ones available as well,
Half
isn't
the
there?
size. This is 1200 by 800, I believe, by about 195 in height. Now, these are actually called pallet collars. They're used and they're stacked on pallets to move goods around in commercial settings, but they're ideal for this. Good thing about them is they just fold up. Now, I've seen these advertised for £10, £7, £5, whatever, and they're cheap. And there's nothing wrong with them, they're just used, and that's great, you can recycle stuff. But when we've tried to get hold of them, they've not been available. So they can be as cheap as you want, but you can't get hold of them. Now, it's the first time we've looked at this. So they come to bits. So these are the ends, these are the sides. Let's have
these little pins, haven't they?
Let's have a measure up. So that is 75. That's the end.
So we looked at raised beds for the allotment, and we did some pricing with similar board and all.
Gravel board, yeah.
And you know what?
It's
It actually was cheaper. Believe it or not, it was cheaper to actually buy these made. I think we are going to paint them up to preserve them, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll put something on the bottom as well.
So these are 1150 by 75. Yeah. And it looks like, never having used these before.
So a couple of things to mention. As I said, you can get them in a smaller version. You can also get the liners as well. There's like a liner that fits in. It's up to you if you want to buy them or not. So you can get everything you need. So that just looks like that just fits in there.
Like a hinge.
It's basically a hinge with a wire rod.
And that's it.
And there's 4 bits to it, and they just all go together like that. And the other good thing about these as well, which we haven't mentioned, is you can actually stack them.
So if this was another one, you just stack them like that.
So you've got 1, 2, and you can have them really deep. So if you're growing things like potatoes, or
3 or 4 of them,
you can just fill it with soil.
So the advantages of these, literally that would just pop in there with that pin. Literally that. I think we get the idea. And the end one there just pops in.
Yeah.
And you end up with a frame. So the idea, the benefits of this is you can take them apart. But to me, the major benefit is that you can stack them. So you, like we just said, so you can grow deeper things. But the important thing, I think, is that you can tailor the soil and nutrients to what you're growing in them. Whereas if you're planting directly in the soil, it's going to be difficult. If you're a little bit older, you can reach your raised beds.
Yeah.
And you can move these around. So if things aren't working out for you on your allotment or in your garden, you just move them around. But even if you've got a small space, it doesn't have to be an allotment, you could plant these, put these anywhere. They're really versatile. I can't really say a lot more about it. It looks like it's just basic pine with these hinges on the side.
Yeah. You can buy these hinges separately, but when the time you've bought it, and
we priced it up, and it was cheaper to do this.
So we're making this video in October 2022, and obviously with everything that's gone on, prices have gone up so much with wood.
Yeah.
It's
so
just...
these were for, from Verve, B&Q, and at 2022 these were 20 quid each.
Oh, and you can disassemble them and move them as well.
Yeah.
So it's quite. I mean, quite a good thing.
They're a good idea, but like I say, they're not being designed for gardening because it's called a pallet collar. And if you search online, you'll see that
just line that up and they
you search pallet collars some meat fingers.
Yeah, we're just like, hang on a minute, get that in there. You line it up and I'll put the...
Go on, there you go. So push those pins in.
Just wiggle it in.
It doesn't need two people, honestly.
No, it doesn't need two.
So once you've got one end in, it's a lot easier. Just wiggle in.
Hopefully you could hear us on this video because it's a little bit windy. A little bit windy up. It's just because we're filming this in winter, unfortunately. But it's...
Just wiggle it.
And then you could just stack another one or whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah, it certainly will provide a solution for us and allow us to grow different type of vegetables and fruits and move things around if we need to. What we're going to make sure we do is we're going to make sure that the bottoms of these are well stained and treated so they don't rot. We don't want these because they're £20 each. It seems a lot of money, but like I say, when we looked at comparing, say, using gravel board or scaffold board or anything,
normally we would buy the board and we'd
make them.
We would make it, but it just at the moment it just doesn't make sense to do that.
Because wood is so expensive. The only downside is they're not treated, but we will treat them with some.
We will sort that out.
Some sort of standard proprietary fence paint. We should keep them going for quite a bit. Anyway, I hope this has helped you along a bit, deciding whether you need to buy Verve kitchen garden raised beds, or you can get hold of some used pallet collars. Euro pallet collars are called, which is the same as this and about half the price if you can get hold of them, but they're in quite demand at the moment because people are growing their own food. So anyway, more videos to come, and I hope this has been of some use to you. Thanks for watching.